Sera, quick question. Have you ever looked at someone's post and thought, wow, I'm doing life wrong?
Oh, absolutely. Like, one person is baking bread, running a business, and doing yoga at sunrise. And I'm just proud I answered one email.
Hey everyone, if you've ever opened social media and suddenly felt small, slow, or just not enough, yeah, this one's for you.
We know that feeling. Someone else gets the job, the relationship, the trip, the perfect photo, and suddenly your own life looks dull, even if it was fine 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, comparison is fast. It can turn a normal Tuesday into a full-on life crisis in about 10 seconds.
And you might be thinking, I already know this. Comparing yourself to others is bad. Sure, but knowing that and actually stopping the habit, totally different story.
It's like saying, I know junk food isn't healthy while holding fries in both hands.
So today we're going to make this simple and real. By the end, you'll be able to talk about comparison, self-doubt, and pressure in clear, natural English, not in stiff textbook lines.
Yeah, instead of just saying, I'm sad, you can say things like, I feel like I'm falling behind, or I'm being too hard on myself. That's real-life English.
And you'll hear useful phrases like highlight reel, measure up, and at your own pace. The kind of English that helps you sound honest, calm, and human. You know, Ricky, I think one of the fastest ways to ruin a pretty good day is to compare yourself to somebody else for 10 minutes. You wake up feeling fine, then you look online and suddenly it seems like everyone is richer, fitter, happier, and somehow making perfect coffee too. It's such a quiet little trap, but it can change your mood so fast.
Perfect coffee is where I draw the line. Success? Fine. Abs? Okay. But if your cinnamon foam has a leaf design before 8 a.m., now I'm judging.
Exactly. And the weird part is, we usually don't compare our whole life to their whole life. We compare our messy Tuesday to their highlight reel, their best photo, their big win, their smiling vacation face against our laundry pile and unanswered emails.
Laundry versus sunset in Greece.
And laundry never wins. Do you ever catch yourself doing that though? Like, you weren't even unhappy 5 minutes ago, but then one post makes you feel like you're starting to fall behind in life?
Yeah, totally. For me, it's usually work stuff. I'll see somebody my age announce a new business, a book deal, or some huge project. And even if I'm happy for them, this little voice pops up and goes, cool, and what are you doing exactly?
That little voice has terrible timing.
It's like an unpaid life coach, but meaner. And then the self-doubt starts. Not huge, dramatic self-doubt maybe, just that sneaky kind that makes you wonder if you measure up, if you're doing enough, if you're becoming enough.
Yeah, and that word enough can be really heavy. A lot of people walk around with this feeling of, I'm not enough. And they don't even say it out loud, but it shapes everything. How they work, how they rest, even how they talk to themselves.
And usually not very kindly.
No, not kindly at all. We can be so hard on ourselves. If a friend said, I'm tired, I'm trying, I'm learning, we'd probably say, hey, you're doing okay. But when it's us, suddenly the rules change and the voice gets sharp.
Why do you think that happens? Why are people so quick to give grace to other people, but not to themselves?
I think part of it is that we live inside our own unfinished process. We see every mistake, every slow day, every awkward moment. But with other people, we only see the outside. And the outside often looks neat and finished, even when it really isn't.
So we're comparing behind the scenes to the movie trailer.
Yes, exactly that. And movie trailers are designed to make everything look exciting. Nobody puts the boring parts in the trailer. Nobody posts, today I felt confused for 3 hours and ate cereal over the sink.
Which, by the way, is a deeply honest post.
I'd trust that person immediately. But really, when we keep up with other people's shiny updates all day, it's very easy to feel like we're doing life wrong. Not because we're actually doing badly, but because we're watching edited moments and treating them like the whole truth.
I had that feeling last year, actually. A bunch of people around me were hitting these big milestones, buying homes, getting promoted, getting married, and I started to feel like I was standing still. Nothing was terribly wrong in my life, but I couldn't enjoy what was good because I was so busy checking if I was falling behind.
That's such a painful place to be, because on the outside, your life can look fine, but inside, you're grading it every day.
Yeah, grading it against somebody else's answer sheet.
Exactly. And the crazy part is, those answers may not even fit your life. Maybe they want the house. Maybe they want the fast career. Maybe they love that path. But your own pace might look slower or different, and that doesn't mean it's worse.
Slower sounds noble when you say it. When I say it, it sounds like I forgot to answer my emails.
Sometimes both are true. But seriously, your own pace doesn't mean no effort. It just means you're not forcing your life to copy someone else's timeline. A flower and a tree don't grow on the same schedule, and no one stands there yelling, "Come on, tree, keep up with the flower."
That would be a very rude gardener.
Very rude. But that's kind of what we do in our own heads. We yell at ourselves for not blooming on command. We forget that growth can be quiet, slow, and still completely real.
So when you catch yourself in that trap, what do? Because I don't think anyone can just snap their fingers and stop comparing.
No, not instantly. First, I try to notice what's happening without making it worse. I kind of say to myself, okay, I'm comparing myself again, and now I'm feeling small. That sounds simple, but naming it helps me step back a little.
So you don't argue with the feeling first, you catch it first.
Exactly. Then I ask a very basic question. What am I looking at? If it's somebody's highlight reel, I remind myself that's not their whole life. And then I try to focus on my progress, even if it feels small. Small progress still counts. Tiny steps are still movement.
Tiny steps beat fake races.
Ooh, that's good. And it's true. Sometimes progress is not dramatic at all. Maybe you rested instead of pushing too hard. Maybe you didn't quit. Maybe you spoke to yourself more kindly today. Those things matter more than people think.
Can I admit something slightly embarrassing?
Please do. This is my favorite kind of honesty.
Sometimes if I'm already tired, I know I'm more likely to compare myself to everybody. It's like my confidence leaves the room early. Then every success story feels personal, like the universe sent me a newsletter called "Other People Are Winning Again."
What a terrible subscription.
I'd like to unsubscribe immediately.
But that's actually really important. When we're tired, stressed, or lonely, the comparison trap gets stronger. We start reading other people's lives in the worst possible way. We assume they have it all together, and we assume we're the only ones who are struggling. That's rarely true.
So part of it is emotional, not just logical.
Exactly. You can't always think your way out of it in 1 minute. Sometimes you need rest. Sometimes you need to put the phone down. Sometimes you need one honest conversation with a friend who reminds you, hey, your life is real, not late.
Not late is such a good phrase.
I think a lot of people need to hear it. You are not late because your path doesn't look like somebody else's. You are not failing because your growth is quiet. And you don't have to measure up to a standard that was never really yours in the first place.
That's the part that gets me. A lot of the pressure isn't even coming from my real values. It's just noise I picked up somewhere. And then I act like that noise is the truth.
Yes, and that noise gets loud. That's why it helps to ask, what do I actually want? Not, what am I supposed to want? Those are very different questions, and one of them usually leads to a much calmer life.
Also, if what I actually want is a nap, I feel like that's valuable information.
Deeply valuable. Sometimes wisdom looks suspiciously like going to bed earlier. But I think this is where the conversation gets really practical, because it's one thing to understand the trap and another thing to change your habits around it.
Yeah, because understanding the trap is nice, but my thumbs still open the app like they have their own little schedule. So if someone keeps doing that, where do they even start?
I think the first step is very simple. Notice the moment. Notice when you compare yourself to someone else. And notice what happens in your body right after that. Maybe your mood drops. Maybe your chest gets tight. Maybe suddenly your whole life feels smaller.
So the alarm isn't the app. It's that feeling right after.
Exactly. Because once you catch that moment, you can say, oh, I'm doing it again. I'm comparing my whole real life to somebody else's highlight reel.
Highlight reel, which is a very elegant way to say the best 5 seconds of their Tuesday.
Exactly, yes. And actually, I should say highlight reel is useful because it feels more specific than just social media. It reminds us people usually post the bright parts, not the full messy movie.
Right, because nobody posts, here's me waiting for customer service for 40 minutes and eating cereal over the sink.
And yet, that's the director's cut of real life.
Okay, but what about that heavy feeling of falling behind? Because that's the one that gets me. It doesn't just feel like, oh, they're doing well. It feels like, uh-oh, I missed my turn somewhere.
Yeah, that one hurts. And I think it comes from this quiet idea that life is one race, one timeline, one correct speed. So if somebody else gets there first, we think we're behind.
One race, one timeline, one speed. Very strict for a planet this chaotic.
It really is. But most lives don't move in a straight line. Some seasons are fast, some are slow, and some are just confusing. Moving at your own pace isn't failing. It's being honest about your actual life.
Wait, when you say your own pace, do you mean like walking speed? Because mine depends very much on whether there's coffee ahead.
No, not literal speed. I mean the rhythm of your life. When you learn, when you rest, when things happen for you. Not everybody gets the same results at the same time.
Okay, so not walk faster, more like stop forcing your life to copy someone else's calendar.
Yes, that's exactly it.
And I guess when we forget that, we start trying to keep up with everybody, which is impossible because everybody is a huge group, and some of them wake up at 5 for fun, which I personally don't trust.
Your suspicion is noted, but yes, trying to keep up with everyone is exhausting because the target keeps moving. There's always someone doing more, earning more, posting more, smiling more.
It's like running on a treadmill that judges you.
Exactly. And after a while, that turns into self-doubt. You stop asking, what do I want? And start asking, do I measure up? Am I enough?
Oof. Do I measure up? Really hits hard. It sounds like standing in front of some invisible ruler all day.
Yeah, and that's why I like that phrase. Actually, let me pause on it for a second. Measure up has that feeling of being checked against a standard, so it carries more pressure than just saying, am I good?
Like there's a clipboard somewhere.
Exactly. And unfortunately, the person with the clipboard is often you. We can be really hard on ourselves in ways we'd never be with a friend.
That's true. If a friend said, I'm moving slowly, I'd say, you're okay, take your time. If I say it to myself, suddenly I'm a failing department.
Right, and that's a good check. If your inner voice sounds harsher than anything you'd say to someone you love, that may be a sign you're being hard on yourself.
Can I give a very ordinary example?
Please do. Ordinary examples are where real life lives.
Okay, sometimes I see somebody online who's learned a language super fast, and for about 10 seconds, I feel inspired. Then I immediately feel not enough, like I should be doing more every hour of the day.
That's such a common shift. Inspiration turns into pressure, and pressure turns into self-doubt. Then, instead of learning, you're busy judging yourself.
Yes, and the judging somehow takes a lot of energy for a thing that's completely unhelpful.
So that's the turn I'd want people to make. Instead of asking, am I behind them? Ask, am I making progress for me? Focus on your progress, even if it looks small from the outside.
Because small progress is still movement. A quiet mile is still a mile.
Yes, and a lot of healthy growth is quiet, honestly. It doesn't always look exciting, but it changes you over time.
So if somebody is listening right now and that inner voice is saying, nope, still not enough, what can they say back in that moment?
Maybe something simple and true. I don't need to keep up with everyone. I'm allowed to move at my own pace. I can focus on my progress. These aren't magic, but they give your mind a kinder direction.
Kinder direction. That's good. Not fake praise, just a better road.
Exactly. You know what? Let's take a second and make those real. If you're listening, say this out loud. I don't need to compare myself to others.
I'm allowed to move at my own pace.
I can focus on my progress.
I am enough right now. Even saying those slowly feels like taking my foot off the gas.
Yeah, because the goal isn't to become perfect overnight. It's to interrupt the old habit and make a little more room for peace.
So the plan is less invisible ruler, more actual breathing.
Honestly, yes. That is a very solid plan.
I like where we landed today. The trap is real, but it doesn't mean you have to believe every mean little thought that shows up when you scroll.
Yeah, and I think that's the gentle part. You don't have to win some big battle today. You can just notice it, name it, and be a little less hard on yourself.
So here's a very small thing you can do today. Next time you catch yourself thinking, I'm falling behind, stop and say, I'm moving at my own pace. That's it. Short, simple, human.
And you can literally borrow these. I'm not falling behind. I'm moving at my own pace. I'm seeing their highlight reel, not their whole life. Today, I'll focus on my progress.
Yeah, that's a much better line than letting your brain go, look at them, look at you, disaster. Your brain is dramatic sometimes.
So dramatic. And if you forget in the moment, that's okay too. Just come back to one kind sentence when you can.
All right, take care of your mind a little today. We'll be here next time.
Bye, everyone. And hey, your own pace is still a real pace.